Okay, so I want to add a little bit more about user agents. So it's one of the most important headers in an HTTP request. And when we were doing Reddit, user agents were really important to us. So we had this site that was online and really popular, and users were always, often writing scripts and stuff to pull content down on Reddit. And mostly they were doing good things. They were building, tools to, do data collection so they can do some, cool blog post about how Reddit works and that sort of thing. Sometimes they're doing bad things. They were spammers, looking for weaknesses or, looking for ways to game the system. And user agents are important because sometimes, a user would hit us a little too hard, too fast, basically, hurting the website for real users. And if they had a legitimate user agent, we could look at them, we can, rate limit them accordingly, or we could reach out to them and say, hey, you're hurting us. And, they would adjust, and it's cool. The Googlebot is a really good example of this. The Googlebot is Google's web crawler that indexes websites for their search engine. Googlebot would just punish us. They would hit us as fast as they could, and sometimes that would actually slow down the site. And until we learned how to handle that properly, we would just rate limit them a little bit. And Googlebot, their feelings weren't hurt. They could still index the site. We just made them do it slower. But when people show up with fake user agents and we can tell that this one IP and this one user agent is just pummeling us and they're trying to pretend to be a browser, we would just block them altogether. So using good user agents when you're writing software that interacts with other people's websites is a really nice, courteous thing to do, and it's one of the things that makes the web work well for everybody. So it's always important to have a nice, accurate user agent and to be honest when you can.
Okay, now what I'd like you to do is promise to always use user agents appropriately when you're writing your web software.